Hey, this is Judge Wade's bringing you part one of my raid walkthrough. This is the Vault of Glass on Venus, and I feel a little bit weird saying my walkthrough because really this is a team effort. So I've got Freak with me, Creamy, Taboo, Lexicon, Scoot, and Rocket Man, and you're gonna really need to work on the teamwork for this raid. And there's a fail right there trying to get up to this middle, but I'm gonna show you some easy ways to get past the major bosses. I mean, we have an easy method for you to do this, so if you're kind of intimidated by the raid, I'm hoping this guide is going to help you out. And like I said, we're going to make it easy for you. So in this first part, it is all about controlling these three plates right here, and we're standing on one of them. This is the high plate. There's one directly behind me, that's the low plate, and then there's one right in front of the door, that is the middle plate. Now, as you can see, when the Praetorians get inside this plate, he will actually take control over it. It'll turn red, and there is a tower that is being constructed right behind me. I'll show you that tower here in a minute. But as long as you control all three of these plates, the tower will be built, and as soon as that happens, it's going to shoot this beam of light directly into the doorway and open it up. Now, before we get into talking strategies or anything like that, I wanted to leave this opportunity, or give you guys this opportunity, for you to post if you're looking for somebody to play with. I get a lot of comments on different Destiny videos saying, hey, I want to do the Nightfall, anybody want to pair up? Feel free to use this video for that. If you're looking for people to do the raid with, put what system you're doing it on, put what level you're doing it on, whether or not you want to do it on the level 26 or if you want to do it on the level 30, put all of that information in there. A lot of times people want me to play with them and help them out, but I just do not have the time. Just am not able to do that. But if you can match up with some other people on there, feel free to do that in here. So leave all that information, and of course your gamer tag or your username or everything, so that other people can find you and kind of team up, and anything else that would help you out. I've done this for Call of Duty, and I've seen a lot of people find some people to play with, so hopefully that'll work. Make sure too that you actually come back and see if anybody responds to you. That way you can pair up with these people. But let's talk about strategy. All right, obviously, since there are three plates, it just makes sense to split up into three teams of two. So me and Rocket are on this top one, Taboo and Scoot are on that middle one, and Creamy and Freak are on that lower one. Now, you definitely want to bring void damage to this strike. You're going to get a lot of Praetorians, a lot of people with those void shields, so those void damage weapons are really going to help you out. Now, it really doesn't matter if the little guys get into this area. It's really all about stopping those Praetorians from getting in here. So I'm trying to show you right now the tower. This is what it looks like being built. As you can see, it's towards the bottom, and it'll go all the way up to the top. But you really need to do whatever you can to keep these Praetorians out of that middle shield. So using void damage is going to really help you out. They come with that void shield. The next priority after the Praetorians are hobgoblins, just because they can really hit you and take you out. Now, speaking of hitting you and taking you out, this one that we're doing is a level 26 raid. So I really would not bring anybody under level 26. You could probably do it with some 25s, but I'd really recommend being at least 26. I think right now all of us are level 28 and one is a level 27. We tried doing the level 30, and being 28 was really difficult. We got killed. I was getting one-shotted. So if you're 2 levels down, I think it's going to be really hard. If you're 1 level down, it's going to be hard, not impossible, but I'd really recommend trying to be at least level 26 or the same level that you're doing. Now, I already told you, bring void weapons. I've noticed with the Praetorians, if you stick them with a grenade or hit them with a grenade and then shoot them, they go down a lot easier. I'm able actually to do it with my normal primary. Now, I am using an exotic AR called the Suros Regime or something like that, so it's probably a little bit better. Make sure that you level up your weapons. You don't want to be going down in here with some low-level weapons or anything like that, so make sure you bring that. Now, I am using a machine gun. I would really recommend using a machine gun over a rocket launcher, not primarily for this phase, but there are going to be some future ones where having a rocket launcher is a little bit of a liability. You can actually end up putting yourself down in a couple different areas, so be careful of that. Now, as far as a secondary, I'd either go with a fusion rifle or a sniper rifle. When I did this mission, did not have a decent void damage fusion rifle, so I just left that at home and actually kept my sniper rifle, and it did pretty good. There's going to be some areas where a fusion rifle really comes in handy, and there's going to be some areas where a sniper rifle comes in handy. So if you kind of have some people on your team with both, I think that's really going to lend itself. Now, besides weapons, besides your levels and everything like that, obviously the most important thing that you really need to focus on in doing these raids and completing these raids, it's all about communication, right? You have to be communicating with your partners, and you have to be communicating with the whole entire team. So while you're doing this, make sure that you are calling out where you see the enemy spawning. A lot of times we're going to be running for ammo back and forth, and we might not realize that somebody is spawning behind us. Obviously, you want to have your head on a swivel and constantly be checking for that, but it helps to have your teammate calling out, hey, they're spawning behind us. Now, not only do you want to communicate with the person that you're working the plate with, you also want to communicate with the other teams. For instance, if I saw somebody spawning in between our particular plates and then they started heading towards that other team's plate, now chances are the other team is going to see them, but just in case, I want to make sure I call that out. Hey, you got a Praetorian coming from your left hand side, make sure you watch for them. And I also wanted to try and put as much damage as I could before they got out of our line of sights. Anything that you can do to help your teammates out obviously is going to help you guys get through this raid. Unselfishness is what is going to get you through this. But there you can see a shot of the light going all the way open. This is what it looks like when that door opens up, and I'll definitely show you what we get at the bottom of this. And while we're going down there, like I said, I can't stress enough how important teamwork is, and that's why I wanted to do this first part, because this is the easiest part. But I wanted to do this video so that you guys, if you needed some people to do the raid with, you could find people to do that. So in the comment section, make sure you do that. Let me know too if you've gotten through this raid, but make sure you stay tuned to the next parts, because like I said, I'm going to show you some easy ways to get past these bosses. I mean, you're going to kill the last guy in 5 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to get through the Templar without even dying. I mean, it is easy the way that we did it. So make sure you stay tuned. But here are the guys that I'm doing this with. Most of them have their own YouTube channel, so I'll put links to all their channels in the video description. Make sure you check them out. I guarantee you're going to love their content. Most of these guys are uploading Destiny stuff, so if you're interested in that, check these guys out. But I gotta send it energy. But make sure you stay tuned. If this video helps you out, or if you like it, I would really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. But guys, as always, take care and God bless.